Hey everybody, welcome back to Stamping School. Happy New Year. This week I'm going to be using this single stamp. It's in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, the mini catalog that will start January 4th, 2022. It's a very pretty catalog, lots of fun spring stuff in here. A lot of people right now are doing the tulips. I love the tulips, but this one in particular spoke to me, probably because of the New Year's and just got through the holidays, and friendship is just right there on my heart. So I love this stamp. It does require some coloring, but I think it's worth it. So I want to add a little table to the bottom. So there's two different ways to do that, and I'll show you both ways. This way is a little cutting trick that's you only cut the bottom of it and slide some designer paper up there. And then I'll show you another masking technique, and I'll color it quickly and I'll speed it up so you don't get too bored. But isn't it fun? And look at the little gems on the glasses. I love that. Now I'm doing this with my Stamparatus because it's just easy to make a mistake on a real big stamp like this. Sometimes you might miss a spot or something. I've lined it up already. I'm using vanilla cardstock because I never use vanilla and I have so much of it, and I thought this looks great with vanilla, espresso, and red. I'm going to ink it up in early espresso so that we can color it in with our alcohol markers, the blends. Give it some good pressure. That looks good. So of course, if you're making one, you might as well keep this in the same place. You know, I have it marked off right here, so I know exactly what I want to do. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4, I think. So I can just make a whole bunch all at once. While this dries, let me show you the first way to put a table on the bottom so they're not just floating. I stamped this on a piece of copy paper, and we need to cut out a mask just along the bottom, right here, with copy paper, like that. Yeah. And then come up the book just a little bit on each side. So we want the table to be about midway there on the book. Now if you like something to stick on the back, and you can do this on a Post-it note too, but if you still have the two-way glue, that works really great. It's one of those glues, when it's wet, it's glue, but when it dries, it's like a sticky note. But you can also use your multi-glue, which I love. And if you go on the bottom here, you got a bigger end. I use my sponge dauber that's just for glue. And once you let that dry, it'll be tacky like a Post-it note also. You just need a little bit there just to hold it down. I'm gonna put this under here to protect the surface. So this is just a little bit tacky, and we're gonna cover this up right here. And I want my table to be right here, so the books are sitting on the table. Oh, this is a trick my friend Michelle Zindorf showed me years ago. Crumb cake, and you just drag your ink pad across, little sweeps like that. See, it's starting to look like a table already. And then if you want to make it a little darker, a little bit of soft suede, lightly drag it. And you can turn it and drag it the other way if you want to. Let me try it this way. Yeah, there you go. Just to put a few more extra lines in it. And there's your table. And if you want to define it just a little bit more, you can take your early espresso marker and just add the line across here. If you want to add a few little wood grain lines, you can. Don't really need it. And then when you take this off, here, your books are sitting on the table. So that's one way to do it. Now, if you want to use designer paper, like I did here, I'll show you how to do that. So you have a piece of wood grain paper. This one happens to be 1 inch, so it'll look like this. All you have to do is come up here, cut this out. I know it's a little fussy. You can actually cut that off, but you're gonna come up halfway, right to there, and we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna cut off this excess right here, cut around your book, and then a little fussy cutting around that ribbon. That's a little annoying, but it's not too bad. Okay, and cut this excess off. Then we're gonna do the same thing, come up about midway. Leave this little piece here, and come up like that. Okay, so you've got that. When you get ready to layer your piece on, so I'm just gonna mount this here. I've got this on espresso. And then this piece gets glue on the back. You can glue all this down, but I find it's nice to be able to lift this up a little bit. And you're just gonna slide this up there, right there. Right, so go right where you cut it, come up, fiddle with it just a little bit. Once you get one side down, you can kind of fiddle with this side. Yep, there, and there it is. And you can slide a little bit more glue in there if you want that down better. But you have to keep that without glue, just so you have some room to slide that wood grain in. So there's the table. I personally like the designer paper better, but that's just me. And then to color. So we have a village of blends of the alcohol markers. So here's my colors: balmy blue, mango for the yellow, or daffodil works fine too, the dark real red, the light and dark olive, dark soft suede for the kind of pick up some of the espresso color. Actually, I like this one better. Cinnamon, which has that kind of fun leather look to it. And then light saffron for these little edges. Light night of navy for this blue right here. And I think I covered it all. Okay, then we color. So I'm using the scribbling method. And the scribbling is, as long as you don't go outside the lines, it's okay to leave a little bit of white room, but I like the texture it gives. So just little tiny scribbles, and this is with the dark balmy blue. Now here I'm doing the flicking, so you're just going to start from the edge with my brush tip and just flick. And just getting a little bit of darkness around the edges and leaving that little light spot in the middle. Okay, there it is. So on the espresso, I mounted it on a red card, and honestly, you don't really need anything else. I tried to add a little ribbon. One time I added some vanilla twine, but I don't know if it even needs anything, except these little rhinestones. We have to do those. A lot of us have these left over from the holidays, and they are in the annual catalog, and they're little red rhinestones. And they go right on the glasses, just right there. Or even the clear ones, the regular rhinestones would look cute on here. Whatever color glasses you're going for. I'm not even going to do dimensionals. I'm just going to glue it right to the card. So if you have a good friend, this might be something you want for them to have on hand for all kinds of friendships and things like that. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Go make one. We'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.